What's up everybody, welcome to your third C program tutorial. In this tutorial we'll finally get into some of the coding, and in this program we're gonna make our very first basic program, which will be some printing on something on the screen, on the console I should say. Okay, before that I want to tell you something about an IDE where we are gonna run or write all of our program. And IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, and the IDE which I am using is code blocks. Okay, and you can use Dev C++ because these are the two IDEs which I have used. In my experience, I should say I like code blocks much, because I don't know why, but you can use any IDE, although you can use Notepad++ as well, but I would not suggest you to do that, but because that's a later thing. Okay, right now you can download either of them and start writing out your programs, right? So with that being said, let's get started to our program. Every program starts with something called a header file. What a header file is, it's pretty much has everything which we might require in our programs, right? So first header file which I'm gonna include is called #include stdio.h. Now this stands for standard input output, and this is a header file, right? The second header file which I'm going to use is conio.h. This is only used for because I'm gonna write one function called getch, which is used to hold the screen, because otherwise our screen will not remain in one place, right? Every program starts with something called a main function. It is the point, I should say, where the main execution. Okay, let me just write this thing as a comment. It is the main point where the execution starts, right? Now every main function ends with something called a return statement, and best way to return something is to return 0. It is the point where every function, not this main function, every function, we'll see the functions part later on, but you should know that every function ends with something called a return statement, and since the return type of this function is int, so it is returning a 0, which is an integer. Okay, this second last statement of every program should be like getch. This is a termination point, and this is a function used to hold the screen, right? Now what we pretty much want in this program is to print something on the console, and what we can print, okay, let's just print hello on the screen. For that we'll use inbuilt function called printf, and I will write printf \n hello. Now hello, it's like okay, it will print hello on this console. Now why I've included this \n? \n is used to pretty much write everything on a new line. Okay, so whenever I write \n, and whatever I'll write after the \n, that will be printed on the new line. So it's a I should say good way to write your printf statement, because that will not make any mess to, that will not merge anything with the previous lines or previous printf statement, and it's a good way. I personally prefer, you can write \n in the starting or in the end, as you like, but I would like to write this in the starting only. I don't know why, because okay, so I guess we are done with our program. So let's try to execute. For that I will comment this getch here because it's not required in my program, I should say compiler, but you may want to check that if your compiler required this or not. Okay, so let's run this and everything looks cool. Yeah, so we have our very first program called hello, and it is running on the console. Yeah, so I guess that's gonna be it for this tutorial. And again, this is a very basic tutorial, it's nothing new. Okay, it might be a new thing to you, but all the topics I've told you in this here are very basic topics, and you should understand all of them. And again, if this video has helped you, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Peace.